What's going on YouTube? 65 Rider here, coming back to you with another video. First things first, I wanted to apologize for not putting out any videos for a while now. Unfortunately, I've been dealing with some health issues that kind of took me away from riding for a little bit. But you know, we're slowly getting back, and so I want to walk you guys through all the different parts that I've installed the bike, all the different mods that I've done to it. As well as the very special thing that I've done with my bike, which is the wheels and the bars. Well, all right, stay tuned and let's go ahead and roll the intro. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the most unique thing about this bike, which is these wheels. These are actually the stock Pan America ST rims that come on the bike. However, I did have them powder coated in gold. For anybody who's interested in doing this, I'll leave a link in the description below for the exact color code of this setup here. And I want to give a shout out to Manic Cycles down here in Palm Beach, Florida, who helped out with the powder coating work. They did an excellent job over here. You'll see how it's super smooth finish and it just looks super unique. You'll see I did it both to the front and the back wheels on the bike. The only issue that I'm seeing with it is yeah, you saw it right here. If I don't really clean it a lot, it does catch a lot of dirt, especially dirt that's coming off of the chain. So that's just something to be mindful for. But I can tell you for sure that this totally changed the look of the bike, and it really brought my vision to life with it, with the wheels. Along with the wheels, I did decide to powder coat the bars in the same exact color as well. If you haven't watched my bar install video, check it out because I go in a lot of detail of what bars these are, but these are the Renthal Fat Bar. These are actually meant for a Honda Africa Twin, I believe, but they fit pretty nicely over here, except for I had to get some spacers here to make the risers fit. I did do a 2-inch additional rise on the bars. I'll leave a link in the description below, but these are from Amazon. I thought they looked really cool, especially with these little holes here. They kind of look like the A1 cycle ones, but they're a little bit cheaper. So I opted to go that route. Going back to the front, I did add a radiator guard on here because, you know, radiator's right here. I don't want any rocks to be kicking up and leaving holes in my radiator. So I decided to get this radiator guard, and this is from Pazoma. I'll also leave a link below. It is an affiliate link, so if you guys want to support the channel, use that link to make your purchase. There's also a discount code for $5 off. And honestly, it's really good quality. They have 2 different colors. They have it in this aluminum color as well as in black. In hindsight, I probably should have went with black, but it does make it stand out with the color of the bike. So yeah, I think it was a win. Now, I didn't touch anything else up front. I know a lot of people kind of replace the turn signals and whatnot. I thought they looked fine, and for now, I didn't want to touch them. Going back to the console over here, you know, I have my quad lock where I put my phone, but I also got this little mounting bar from Pazoma, and this has been amazing, you guys, because I can use it to mount my phone. I can use it where I had a mounting point for an Insta360 camera before. You can use it to mount a GPS, and it's so easy to install. There's just 3 screws, literally 1, 2, and the third one here, and then you gotta obviously hook up the bracket. Again, this is also from Pazoma. I'll leave a link in the description below for it. Again, it's an affiliate link. But that's honestly one of my favorite upgrades that I did to the bike, because initially I had my quad lock over here, and whenever I put my phone here, it completely blocked my screen. If I put it in the horizontal direction, it didn't block the screen, but I didn't like having my phone in the horizontal direction. So yeah, I prefer to have my phone up there. You'll see whenever I install the phone, it goes exactly like that, which is perfect. Does not hinder my visibility here. Or I can put it in this direction as well, which is perfect. Now going down here, if you haven't watched my video for the steering damper, I did decide to add the steering damper. I think it's really dumb of Harley not to have added it on the bike. For the life of me, I can't understand why they didn't do that. But anyway, I went ahead and added it. Here it is. It was a very easy install, and just adds some more peace of mind knowing that the bike will be stable at higher speeds, and I can tell you for sure that it did make a difference. Moving back to the middle of the bike, over here, I did add the Saddlemen seat, as you guys can see. This is the Saddlemen Step Up. I'm not gonna lie, it's like one of the best looking seats on the market. I decided to go with the carbon fiber material in the tuck and roll configuration. You'll see the carbon over here. Really amazing detail. You'll see I have the logo set in red to kind of match this red over here, and I think it turned out really nicely. However, I am not totally happy with the seat, and I'll give you guys my review of the seat in a follow-up video, but I can tell you for sure, regardless of how good it looks, I will not be keeping it on the bike, which is pretty sad because it looks really freaking good. Moving on to the back of the bike. If you guys haven't seen my DIY video on cleaning up the rear end, check that out. But I did use a Dremel to kind of cut this piece out. This is where the plastic piece is used to kind of hook up the luggage rack and whatnot. But I did take a Dremel to it and I kind of cut it up because I wanted to make the frame of the motorcycle, you'll see here, more visible. It's not the cleanest job, but from afar it actually looks pretty good. Yeah, you can see it in more detail here. You're able to see the frame, whereas before this plastic piece was covering the frame. I do still have a spare part of this, so if I ever need to install luggage, I can just replace it and put the stock version back on. I did not do a good job, you'll see here, of cutting the plastic. However, on some parts, and I still need to clean this up a little bit, I did get some door trim, you know, the little rubbery material door trim to kind of close it up. Kind of cleaned it up, but not really. As far as the tail tidy goes, I did go with the Amazon version of it. Nothing too special. You'll see I don't have a plate light just because I didn't want to cut up any wiring on the bike, so I hid that under the seat, and it seems to be working fine so far, and it looks pretty good. Finally, the exhaust. If you guys haven't seen my install video, I did install the Toast slip-on. I have no regrets about this exhaust. I love it so much. Every time I start the bike, it gives me this crazy rumble in my heart just because it sounds so good. But if you do notice, I did get rid of the passenger pegs. You'll see passenger pegs are usually over here. I did get rid of it, and I used the stock passenger peg mount to cover the two holes on this side. And then on this side, I did buy this bracket from R&G. However, I don't think it was actually meant for the Pan America ST. I think it was meant for the regular model or something because it doesn't fit. So I've made it fit using one of the screws instead of both. But you'll see here, there's a significant hole where I would have to actually drill this out to put it on. I've had this for a little over 800 miles now, 900 miles. That's been absolutely fine. I rode with it to North Carolina. I've put it through the ringer and it's been as stable as ever. No issues there. And then finally, the mirrors. I put these mirrors on the bike. These are what I like to call the Timo version of the Rizomas. Those are 500 bucks. This one is like $100. And you'll see it looks like kind of winglets. You can push it down, kind of looks like little winglets. They're pretty cool. I'll include a link in the description below. I'm gonna put a sound clip of the exhaust while I'm on board the motorcycle so you guys can hear what it sounds like. And I'll give you guys a quick start of it over here just so you guys have an idea of what it sounds like and why I love it so much.
Flashback. End of flashback.
It definitely doesn't sound like your typical Harley, but you still get that crazy rumble. Let me go ahead and rev it up a little bit for you guys. Jeez. Insane, huh? Well, anyway, you guys, I just wanted to do a quick video and do a walk around of all the upgrades that I've done to the bike. I have not had the chance to tune the bike yet. Honestly, with the Toast, since it's only a slip-on, I don't see much of a difference. I feel like it added a little bit to the performance of the motorcycle, but it didn't off the throttle to be. But I've heard people topping these off on a stock tune at 145, I believe. It's a fast bike. It's got that shifter, and you can do a lot of damage with this bike, honestly. So like I said, I'm not in a hurry to tune it just yet. I'll be waiting until the warranty expires just to ensure that I don't run into any issues. Knock on wood, I haven't ran into a single issue so far. However, stay tuned for it's a fast bike. It's got that quick shifter, and you can do a lot of damage with this bike, honestly. So like I said, I'm not in a hurry to tune it just yet. I'll be waiting until the warranty expires just to ensure that I don't run into any issues. Knock on wood, I haven't ran into a single issue so far. However, stay tuned for my upcoming video doing an initial ownership review of the bike. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you got some inspiration in what you want to do to your bike. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. All right, peace. Later.